delegations on 2nd of March. They are all present. Besides, I have been told just now that our member convener, who is the Director of Industries, Trade and Commerce, Mr. Sanjit Rodrigues, is busy with some other committee meeting. And on agenda point 2 for today, I really don't know what the department has decided, since Mr. Muzawar, who has been in charge of District Industries Center, supposed to make some statement on this. I would like him to make a statement on point number 2. So first of all, the minutes were circulated and sent to you, including those who were conveners of different subcommittees. And if you have any observations or suggestions on the same, please raise them at this point so that we can consider those if found appropriate, and then we can proceed to finalize the minutes and then the next agenda item.
Sir, in the last with reference to our deliberations regard to that, the coverage of our area of subcommittee being only country liquor, there was a mention about UB or something. So it was, I think, taken out of context while noting the minutes. So I sent you a letter on that. Did you get the letter, sir?
No, I have not got any letter, but I got your emails and reports.
Okay.
I got
that
your report I got, but where exactly it appears in this agenda? Because the agenda I had checked myself before.
On page 4, it's on
page 4. Where is it appearing? Page 4, where is it appearing?
Whereby, okay, sorry, page 8, discussed on the focus, agenda number 4, second paragraph, which would cover small distilleries extended till the UB group.
So what is your suggestion?
No, UB group, it doesn't come under this umbrella, so, so it was taken out of
So we dropped, how should the sentence be read? What is your...
the area of focus
would cover small distilleries, full stop, full stop.
Sir.
Yeah, so please take down that these words extended till the UB group should be dropped, and the minutes stand corrected as per this change. So since I don't think there is any other observation, let us proceed to agenda point number 2, that is action taken on relevant points in the minutes. In the absence of member convener Mr. Sanjit Rodrigues, I request the person in charge, Mr. Muzawar, from Director of Industries, to please brief us to the extent possible. No, the first point is, let us go point by point. What are the action points? First point was, we were supposed to reconstitute the committee where NABARD was. Yeah, so you mean, I have seen that notification, and that committee has been constituted. Whether the committee has held any meeting after constitution? I think the lead bank is he present today? Yeah. So please keep your subcommittee report at point 3 ready. So then next agenda point was regarding Mr. More's invitation. What is the position on Mr. More, Regional Chairman, Western Zone? He has communicated his inability to attend. So, Government of India, Ministry of Food Processing has appointed various people in various zones to guide the process of formation of task force on food processing. So during the last two meetings, Mr. P.D. More was not present because we didn't receive any official communication about this particular regional chairman. But subsequently this was corrected and Mr. P.D. More was approached, and we have a communication here by fax on 8th March, dated 8th March. This is what it says to Mr. Muzawar, that this is by whom? This is APEDA. This is not More's, this one. I would like to know what Mr. More has officially communicated, or he has telephonically communicated anything about his inability to be present today. But you have communicated that he should be present, yeah, in advance. And so what I suggest is, all the proceedings, that is the minutes of the last two meetings and also the subcommittees which are constituted, the full documentation should be sent to him for his appraisal as soon as possible. And with a request that he should be at least be able to present himself in the meeting to be held in the month of April. That may be our final meeting. There was also an action point on this Goa food park of IDC. So what is the position there? They have submitted the report. Besides, you have got chronological statement also on what is the present status of the food processing park. So member convener, the minutes reads like this, where action was required. The member convener was requested to obtain full details of the food processing park proposed by GIDC, including any technical, techno-economic feasibility report or detailed project report prepared at any date before the idea or proposal of food processing park. That is submitted, but that was actually proposed to be submitted by 15 January. So we have got it very late actually. And it was a very important report on which there were no positive statements coming from GIDC. And this is the second report which GIDC has prepared. Earlier that was Vijay Sardana report when Mr. Sheikh Hassan Arun was Industries Minister. That was in 98, and this is now, I think Ernst and Mayers have prepared that report. Who is present from GIDC? Yeah, so Ernst and Mayers have prepared that report. Ernst and Young has prepared the report, but no representative earlier, including Mr. Ajit Naik, mentioned about the report. In fact, we are most of the time duplicating the business of the government. How much did you pay to Ernst and Young for preparation of that report as consultancy fee? It was not a free job, because this consultancy charge a heavy, amount for consultancy report. You have a copy that, because I don't have a copy which was sent to me. I mean, report copy do you have? Yeah, please pass it on to me. See, this is a final feasibility report prepared by the well-known Ernst & Young consultancy organization, multinational, food park in Goa. This is the report. I wish to bring this to the notice of the members of task force committee that a huge amount of knowledge and database was created with public funds by paying this Ernst & Young company. And lot of details which we are discussing have been discussed in this report. I knew about the existence of this report because there was a reference in the media when this work was going on, and those consultants were moving around and meeting different stakeholders. What happens is, this type of reports, these cannot be kept locked up in the GIDC or any government cabinet, because it hampers decision making, and we may be wasting our time in discussing the same issues which consultants had already discussed. So both now this exercise also is a public funded exercise where so many people are discussing so many things, and this was also public funded exercise. Now government may drop the idea of food processing park, but government does not drop the ideas which are in this report. This is the difference. So these ideas are still valid, and I would request to send copy of this to all line of government offices, animal husbandry and all, so that they also know that such thing exists. We send a soft copy. I have got a soft copy of this. So you please send animal husbandry, agriculture and all. Let them please have a soft copy at least of this in their custody, so that they would be able to contribute further. This is a interesting report because everything is there, whether the food park comes at X place or Y place, the management principles, strategies and details which are worked out, they are standard for any state. And as per the Government of India norms, these have been prepared. So the idea of getting, in fact this report was requested to GIDC by 15 January in the very first meeting, but we got it somewhere in the last week of February, I believe. So there are very important aspects here, but this basically refers to site analysis and how to go about the food processing part. So I would like to know whether your department knew about this report. Since you are nodal organization for food processing industry, did you have a copy of this report? Means GIDC, did GIDC give you a copy of this report, or you came to know about this for the first time after I asked for it? What was the position? No, report, your department had the report and you declined to give it to this committee, or what was the problem? You knew about this report? Which report? You still have other reports with you, which you have not disclosed to the committee? Then. So, this is the position here because...
Mr. Chairman, sir, I would like to know whether that report is site specific or specific to that ketol site, or is it food?
It is site specific.
Site specific.
Yeah. But that is one part of it. The rest of this is, the idea of food processing part, techno-economic feasibility. So you can change the site even then, the idea is that there is a chronological this one which doesn't give a good picture of decision making, which I will present later. But I think when we are at this point itself, we'll finish it. Do you have that chronological this one? Please present it. Because you see that we, as I said and insisted earlier also, the food processing policy or roadmap cannot be guided by political compulsions. They have to be guided by constitutional compulsions and convictions. We cannot think of political interest or opposition or agitation here. We have to think of taking people together and making the best of this effort. So please read the chronology and let us put it on the record. See, please, the members of the task force committee are requested to see now, without any comments. I am just, this is the status, means tomorrow we may make number of recommendations. But if the recommendations also meet this fate, sudden change in decision and all, then the whole exercise is, wasted. Our time is wasted, our energies and intellectual, commitment gets wasted. So there is a message in this whole chronology. And on basis of that, this committee will have to decide and recommend whether state of Goa can go ahead with the idea of food processing park, without which whatever we discuss about food processing industry doesn't have much of water. Because all states are going to get mega parks. And we don't see any reason here, compelling reason, why Goa cannot go for a food processing park. I won't say mega food processing park. So please quickly present this, because this is the factual situation, and I think GIDC would itself learn some lessons from this. And they will be helpful to the government also, because the land is in your possession, I believe, as of today. Isn't it? So it will help the government, GIDC, everyone, if something good comes out of it. So please proceed. Please give him a mic. So since we have requested a status report chronology, now we will come to know exactly what is the position. So what is your good name? Mr. Borges would be presenting. So please go through this, finish that reading.
Point number 1, on 4/7/2005, Honorable MLA Sri Chandrakant Kawalekar requested the Honorable Minister of Industries, Government of Goa, to set up a food processing park at Cape constituency. The proposal was forwarded to Goa IDC on 8/7/2005. Second, Goa IDC with resolution number 51/2005 1/8/2005, resolved to acquire about 10 lakh square meters of land at Bashe, Bali, Betul, Morpilla and Nakeri village of Kepe Taluka to set up an industrial state food park. Point number 3, while letter dated 26/7/2005, received by us on 3/8/2005, attorney of Komindad of Kitol objected to the land acquisition at Kitol for setting up food processing park. Point number 4, Government of Goa wide letter number 15/42/2005 IND dated 29/2005 accorded administrative approval to acquire the proposed land with emphasis to establish food processing units pending NOC from Town and Country Planning Department. Also directed the corporation to commence acquisition by invoking urgency clause. Point number 5, Goa IDC submitted a proposal to the Collector South Goa on 13/10/2005. Point number 6, wide letter number 100/15/2005/LA/ miscellaneous Pro-20/1670 dated 28/10/2005, the Deputy Collector Land Acquisition South Goa asked for NOC from Town and Country Planning Department along with other requirements. 7. The Chief Town Planner wide letter number 36/1.5/TCP/05/3474 dated 5/12/2005 asked for NOC from Forest Department. Point number 8, while letter number TPQ/LA/4/6/180 dated 24/3/2006, the Town and Country Planning Department issued NOC to acquire land for setting up industrial estate bar food park. Point number 9, Government of Goa issued notification number 22/20/2006 RD under Section 4 of Land Acquisition Act with Section 17 of Land Acquisition Act on 14/6/2006. Point number 10, notification under Section 6 of Land Acquisition Act number 22/20/2006 RD was issued on 30/11/2006. Point number 11, Sri Praveen Kumar Gosalia filed writ petition in Honorable High Court under Section 474/2006 challenging the acquisition of the land, and the interim stay was granted by the High Court. In the meanwhile, the Government of Goa withdraw the notification issued for acquisition of the land while notification number 22/20/2006 RD dated 13/9/2007. Point number 12, Government of Goa issued fresh notification number 22/20/2006 RD under Section 4 of Land Acquisition Act on 13/9/2007. 13. Notification number 22/20/2006 RD dated 13/5/2008 was issued by the government under Section 6 of Land Acquisition Act. 14. The Special Land Acquisition Officer passed an award number 16/2/2006 SLAO IDC on 11/6/2008. Point number 15, possession of the land was handed over to the Goa IDC on 20/6/2008. 16. A writ petition number 341/2008 was again filed by Sri Praveen Kumar Gosalia against the land acquisition. The High Court dismissed the petition. Point number 17, Sri Praveen Kumar Gosalia filed SLPC number 7071/2009 in Honorable Supreme Court, and the Honorable Supreme Court dismissed the petition on 29/1/2009. Point number 18, under Secretary Industries forwarded objection for setting up industrial estate bar food bar from the village panchayat of Nakeri, Betul, wide letter dated 7/10/2009. Point number 19, Goa IDC submitted a reply that Goa IDC has planned to set up an industrial estate on the acquired land and development of infrastructure has already started.
Now, when was this report prepared? After the letter from the Honorable MLA was received or before? To set up a food processing park. Means, when the Ernst & Young study was commissioned?
2006 2006.
Before or after acquiring the land?
After starting the acquisition.
After acquisition,
Yeah.
then only the land was
Yeah.
required. So, what is the position of the objection which was filed by the Comunidad of Betul, whatever that Nakeri Betul? It is withdrawn or still stands?
No, now we have changed the purpose, like that is we made it in the industrial state.
So, people are not opposed to industrial estate,
No,
but
no.
they are allergic to the word food
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
That
Because
is,
that went with the SEZ that time. They thought maybe it was SEZ.
no, but here you have not mentioned anything about SEZ. In this whole chronology, there is no mention of any special economic zone.
No, but that was the people's perception maybe, because they might have felt that this is also an SEZ which is coming up.
No. Whatever they felt, you have any evidence what they felt about it, or you are going by newspaper reports. My point here is that that government needs to be very transparent about this business, because if people know that there is an industrial estate coming there, have you identified what type of industries you are going to set up in the site for which government paid money to prepare a detailed techno-economic feasibility report to set up a food processing park, and a lot of correspondence was created. Then the decision was changed to go for industries other than food processing, or food processing will
Food
also
processing also will be there.
be included.
Included.